Hello friends, Namaskaram. Myself is Dr. Jinesh Soni. I am an advocate and a corporate lawyer. Today we will discuss about section 478 of BENSS, which is part and parcel of chapter number 35, which is concerned with provisions as to bail and bonds. The said section is quite important because it inter alia lay down the guidelines in what cases the bail is to be taken. It is inter alia divided into subsection. Now we will emphasize on subsection 1. It says that when any person other than a person accused of non-bailable offence is arrested or detained. So it is quite clear that for the application of section 478 of BENSS, the offence must be bailable. If the offence is non-bailable in that scenario, the protocol of section 478 of BENSS would not be applicable. So if the concerned person is arrested or detained in a bailable offence without warrant by an officer in charge of a police station, or in such case he appears or is brought before the concerned court, if the concerned accused is prepared, means he is ready and willing at any time while in the custody of such official or at any stage of proceeding before such court to give bail, such person shall be released on bail. So we could say that the concerned magistrate or concerned officer could not exercise the discretion. In bailable offence, the accused is to be released on bail without any questioning. But the key point is that he must be ready and willing and must be prepared to give the bail. There is a proviso attached with section 478, subclause 1 of BENSS that says, provided that such officer or court, if thinks fit that such person is indigent, means he is not having the economic resources, and due to that reason he is unable to furnish surety, despite of taking bail bond from such person, discharge him on execution of a bond for his appearance before the concerned court. So basically in that scenario he might be released on a personal bond. There is no need to submit a surety bond. Please be noted. Now we are coming on the explanation that says where a person is unable to give the bail bond within a week of the date of his arrest, it shall be sufficient ground for the officer or for the concerned court to presume that he is an indigent person for the purpose of the proviso attached to subsection 1 of section 478 of BENSS. To be noted that there is another proviso that says, provided further that nothing in this section shall be deemed to affect the protocol of subsection 3 of section 135 or section 492 of BENSS. Regarding section 135, subclause 3 and section 492 of BENSS, I inter alia took a separate class and inter alia uploaded the content on YouTube as well. You may peruse the said content in that video. Now I am coming on subsection 2. It says, notwithstanding anything contained in subsection 1, where a person has failed to comply with the condition of the bond or bail bond as regard to time and place of attendance, the court may refuse to release him on bail. So if there is any violation and the concerned person deliberately failed to comply with the conditions regarding the time and place, in that scenario there might be an order of refusal to release the accused on bail. When on subsequent occasion in the same case he appears before the court or is brought in custody, and any such refusal shall be without prejudice to the powers of the court to call upon any person bound by such bond or bail bond to pay the penalty thereof under section 491 of BENSS. So in case there is a bail bond submitted by the concerned accused, and he promises to appear before the concerned court at a specific time and place, he failed to appear, that may result in forfeiture of bail bond. Subsequently, he appears and submit the bail application. In that scenario, the court may refuse to release him on bail. So, the key point is that such refusal shall be without prejudice to the powers of the court to call upon any person bound by such bail bonds and to pay penalty thereof. As per the protocol of section 491 of BENSS, simply we could say that in such a case, a penalty could be imposed as per the protocol of section 491 of BENSS. The same could not prejudice or minimize the power of the court. Apart from that, the court may take deviation from the general rule that says the rule is of bail, not of jail, and specifically in bailable offence, accused is having the right to get bail as a matter of right. So in that scenario, if there is a forfeiture of the bail bond and subsequently he failed to comply with the condition of time and place, the court may refuse to release him on bail. So whenever we are going to plan for the bail in the bailable offences, we have to study section 478 of BENSS. Otherwise, there might be a big trouble for our clients. See you in the next video. Till then, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.